A heavy small ring of weight W. A heavy small ring of weight W is free to slide on a smooth circular wire of radius A. Is free to slide on a smooth circular wire of radius A. Smooth circular wire of radius A. Fixed in a vertical plane. Fixed in a vertical plane. It is attached by a string of length L. It is attached by a string of length A of length L where the L is in between root 2a to 2a. So the length is in between root 2a and 2a. To a point on the wire in a horizontal line. To a point on the wire in a horizontal line. In a horizontal line with the center, horizontal line with the center. Show that the tension in the string is the tension in the string is W times of L square minus 2a square W times of L square minus 2a square divided by A times of square root of 4a square minus L square. So this is what actually he asked us to prove. Now this problem also exactly in the similar lines, almost at 90% same problem statement. So you try to draw the diagram and then actually try to identify the tension that got developed in the string. So I'll give you 2 minutes time, you try on your own first, then I'll solve. First of all, you need to identify the point of fixing the string. He said that actually it is on the horizontal line with the center. So that means being the circle is like this. So this is the circle. Now earlier actually he attached the string at this point. Now actually he said that in a horizontal line with the line with the center. So this is being the center. The string got attached at this point. And this is very crucial to understand. So if the string one end is attached to this point and the other end is attached to the ring, then where is the possibility of developing the tension? In what way we can draw the string so that there will be a tension in the string? So I will give you different locations. So this is A and this is B and this is C and this is D. Now where should be the ring point? So that should be at B. Obviously it has to be. Why? Because Suppose if the ring is at this point, it will come and stay at this point, or actually it will go down. Suppose if the ring is at this point, right? So if the ring is at this point and the length of the ring is actually, it is greater than root 2a and less than 2a. That means actually, if you know that actually, so this and this if you join it, this is a and this is a, obviously this will be root 2a. So if this is root 2a and the length of the string is more than this, then if I try to keep the ring at this point, assuming that this is how the string is connected, it won't stay here because actually it will come down due to the weight of the ring. So there won't be any tension that got developed on this particular string, provided if I try to fix at C. Suppose if I fix the string at this point, then actually due to the length of the string and there is a possibility of sliding on the other side, then obviously it will try to come here and then stay. Why it will stay at this point is the length of the string is greater than this length and less than this length. So obviously it has to be in between that. So this is 2a. So this is a and this is a and this length is 2a and till this point it is root 2a and the length is greater than root 2a and less than 2a. Hence the possibility of stopping the string is only at this particular location and that's where the tension is going to be developed within the string. If you try to keep the same thing on the other side, it won't stay here, no tension is going to be developed and it will come down, it will develop a slack. Got it? So, assuming that this is the fixed point and this is the ring location and this is the string, this is the tension. Now he asked us to find out the tension. Now you try it. So this is the circular Y, and for this circular Y, let us say this is the center and the string is attached at this point and the other end of the string will be obviously at this particular location. So that is the other end of the string. If I try to draw the radius to the string, so this is the radius and the normal reaction will be obviously exactly opposite to that one. This is the normal reaction. So the reaction will be developed opposite to the surface. So here actually it will try to stretch in this manner. The reaction is going to be opposite the direction. So this is the normal reaction direction and the tension is going to develop in this direction. And the weight of the ring is always in the downward direction. So this is the weight of the ring. So W will be always in the downward direction. Now if I try to complete this triangle, so this is the radius A. This is also the radius A. And then let us say this angle is theta. Obviously this angle will also be theta. Now what will be this angle? Can somebody tell me what will be that angle? Is the audio video clear to everyone? Yeah. Fine. Now here actually, so what Vikas gave is correct. Here if you notice, if I try to extend this line, this angle will be 2 theta. So this is the exterior angle of the triangle which is equal to the sum of these two angles. So that actually you don't need to have that knowledge also. You know that actually this angle is going to be 180 degrees and then sum of all the three angles in a triangle is again 180 degrees. Out of that theta and theta is distributed here and the remaining angle will be here. So if the remaining angle is here, the sum of these two angles has to be this one, right? So obviously this will be 2 theta. If this angle is 2 theta and if I extend this line to the downwards, this angle is going to be 90 degrees because that is perpendicular to the diameter. So this is 90, this is 2 theta, obviously this will be pi by 2 minus 2 theta. So that is the angle. Got it? So now actually with this understanding, now you will be able to identify the angles between all the three forces so that you can apply the Lami's theorem. So if I draw the free body diagram, so here actually this is a reaction direction and this is the tension direction and this will be the W direction. Now if I try to identify the angles, so this angle if I try to calculate, which is the angle between T and W, so theta plus pi by 2 minus 2 theta. So this is theta plus pi by 2 minus 2 theta will be pi by 2 minus theta. So this is pi by 2 minus theta, because the sum of pi by 2 minus 2 theta and theta will be equal to pi by 2 minus theta. Now if I try to identify this angle, so this angle will be, the vertical line is having 180 degrees, out of that pi by 2 minus 2 theta is extra. So pi minus pi by 2 minus 2 theta. So this is the angle here. Now if I try to simplify this, this is going to be pi minus pi by 2 is pi by 2 plus 2 theta. So this is pi by 2 plus 2 theta. And if I try to identify this angle is going to be, this is the angle. Now pi minus theta. So this is pi minus theta. So this is the angle. So you can apply Lami's theorem on this. R by sine pi by 2 minus theta is equal to W by sine pi minus theta is equal to T by sine pi by 2 plus 2 theta. Now if you simplify this, R by sine 90 minus theta is cos theta is equal to W by sine theta is equal to, so sine 90 plus theta is cos theta, so this is cos 2 theta. Got it? Now actually you can identify the relation between one and the other. So here you wanted to identify the tension in terms of W. So T is equal to cos 2 theta by sin theta into W. So this is the relation. So cos 2 theta by sin theta times W. Cos 2 theta can be written as 1 minus or 2 cos square theta minus 1. Divided by sin theta times omega. Now here actually you can draw a perpendicular here and this is 90 degrees, this is L by 2. Then you can find out cos theta. Cos theta is equal to L by 2a. And sin theta can be written as sin theta can be written as square root of sin square theta. Sin square theta can be written as, just a minute. Yeah. So 1 minus cos square theta under root. So you can replace cos theta value in this. So T is equal to 2 cos square theta minus 1 divided by square root of 1 minus cos square theta times W. So this is 2 times of cos square theta is L by 2a whole square minus 1 divided by square root of 1 minus L by 2a whole square. So this is 2L square, 2 times of L square by 4A square minus 1 divided by 4A square minus L square under root divided by 2A. So this is T is equal to L square by 2A square minus 1 divided by square root of 4A square minus L square divided by 2A. So this if you multiply, so this is times omega. So L square into 2A into divided by 2A square minus 1 divided by square root of 4A square minus L square. T is equal to 2A times of divided by 2a square, L square minus 2a square. So T is equal to L square minus 2a square divided by 4a square minus L square square root of into a. This is the answer. Got it? Yeah, that's correct. Any questions on this? So this is actually exactly in the similar lines of the previous problem. So only thing is the point where it was stretched. So that is different. So earlier actually it was at the topmost point. Now actually along the line of the center.